Welcome to How's Your Life Looking? I am Marian Bennett, a mortgage lender serving Camden County and surrounding areas in Georgia and Florida. I help people make some of their biggest decisions buying homes, but there is so much more into building a life. I like to bring on some of the most amazing professionals that I meet on a daily basis, and we discuss everything from mental health to managing finances, empowering you for life decisions to help you design the life you want. Today, I'm joined by Lisa James, a financial specialist serving the state of Georgia and a candidate for mayor for the city of St. Mary's. Join me as we get to know Lisa James. Lisa, tell us a little bit about who you are and how you are serving our community.
Thank you so much, Miriam. I'm excited to be here, and I think this is awesome that you're taking this opportunity to find a way to reach out to the community. So as you mentioned, my name is Lisa James. I am currently the City Councilwoman for the City of St. Mary's. I also serve as the Mayor Pro Tem, and I am currently a candidate for mayor for this upcoming election. So I've got a lot going on, but I'm definitely excited to be here. So thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for joining us. And I have actually reached out to the community to ask a few questions. And based on the requests, I have some questions that I would love for you to answer and just get back to the community. And based on your responses, I hope that you make it for this election.
Thank you. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have.
So, Lisa, you've spoken about supporting local businesses in the past and prior conversations that we had and attracting new investments into the city of St. Mary's. And can you share some specific strategies that you have been working on and you're focusing on creating job opportunities for our residents?
Sure. Well, when we talk about businesses, I think it's important for people to know that most businesses, and by most I mean 95% of businesses that help to support communities like ours are small businesses, mom and pop businesses. And so it's very important for me to be able to make sure that they know that they're supported, especially from their local government. And it's not something that I can do by myself. It's a collaboration. It takes people in the community. It takes other businesses. It takes, collaborating with state, federal organizations, and then just finding resources, grant opportunities, or, just resources in terms of education, helping people to understand the financial side. So mostly what I do is try to bring people together. I feel like it's important to be a convener because no one person is responsible for for the success of any one other. So I believe that the more that we help by bringing people together, the more success we can find for our small businesses. And I want to specifically mention local organizations like the Chamber of Commerce, the National Federation of Independent Business Owners, the Joint Development Authority, the Department of Community Affairs. So there are lots of organizations either locally or around the state that can help support our small businesses.
And as you mentioned, this is a joint venture. It doesn't only take people like you that are serving the city or the community itself, but also it's from the community itself.
Right.
So what would you tell our audience how the community can help you to meet this goal? How they can be more hands-on to serve our own community?
Well, the first thing would be shop local. I mean, it's very attractive when we know that we can drive just 20, 30 minutes away and we can shop. We're in Florida. There's lots of opportunities, and, my husband likes to call it the shiny things. Lots of us like shiny things, but we have shiny things right here at home. And I believe that our small business owners here work very hard every day, and, they're providing a service for our community. And I think the best thing that we could do is to support them by shopping locally.
100%. So you heard it. Shop local, support your small businesses if you want our own community to grow.
Absolutely.
You got to be hands-on. Thank you so much for that. And thanks again for being here. Now, we want to switch a little bit about the preservation of the city of St. Mary's. How do you balance the revitalization effort with the preservation of St. Mary's rich historical?
Well, the first thing when you're in any type of city, whether it's historic or not, is to make sure that we're respecting the past, whether it's 10 years old or 10,000 years old or 100 years old. We wouldn't be here were it not for the people that came before us. So I think it's important to make sure that we are that we're respectful of, people have been here their whole lives and they have fond memories, driving down Osborne Road, and they want to not only see the city thriving and moving forward, but they also, want to be able to be reminded of some things that they've had when they were growing up here. So while it's important to be able to do that, I think we also need to know that there's ways to mix the old and the new together. There's a lot of cities that do a great job of preserving their historic past, maybe by having, those buildings can be upkept,
right.
And then you can have a residential perhaps space above, and you can have a retail space below. Mixed use is what that's called. So there's an opportunity for us to enjoy our past, but also to move forward in the future.
Absolutely. So to have the best word of both, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That's something. One thing of the that I've noticed going downtown St. Mary's the other day that actually we started doing that. There's a beautiful buy it all stores is what I call it. Like it's snacks and from pasta to candy, and then just above the store there's 2 Airbnbs, which I thought was amazing. So we need more of that.
Yes, and that is a great way. That building was repurposed. It was blighted. I mean, just 8 months ago, if you were to drive by that space, you would never imagine that it could be as beautiful as it is now. So I think part of historic preservation, I think the key word is preservation. It's preserving, preserve the building, preserve that so that we can have some reminiscences of our past, but also we can, put it together with some forward-thinking things. So everybody loves that store. I think I know which one you're speaking of. So
yep.
Everybody likes a good, success story, but we also want to be able to go in and say, hey, I remember when this was here in that space. But we can, like you said, the best of both worlds. We can enjoy both.
Absolutely. And talking to the owner, she's actually not a local. She moved here from Atlanta. A wonderful, wonderful lady. And I had to enjoy hearing her story. And yet here we are with someone came from outside our community to be able to give us a vision of exactly what you're saying. Let's enjoy our past and being progress in the future, right?
Yes.
One of the things that, as a mother of 4 children that all raised in Camden County, Georgia, and go to Camden County High School, my concern and challenges of why we had to step up sometimes the community and go to other nearby cities is because there's not much for youth. And that's a problem because the kids are active, they're busy, and if they are not busy with activities that they are healthy and you provide them in their backyard, they will find stuff to get busy with and not necessarily what will make their life better. So can you give us a little bit of your vision and what is currently being in the works?
Sure. Well, we actually approved a youth council with the city of St. Mary's. That was actually one of the first things that I did when I became a council member back in 2021. So a youth council gives youth, and by youth I mean like high school age students, it gives them the opportunity to look at the process of what our political process is like at the local level. It gives them exposure to the city from the mayor to the city council persons. They can have an opportunity, if they want to look around and find areas of improvement that are specific for them. I think, one of the things when you think about public policy and creating policy, you want to include everyone, first of all. But second, you can't do something for them without including them in the process.
Absolutely.
As much as I'd like to think I'm young at heart, I don't know.
We all young.
I don't know that all the right. I don't know that all the activities that I would like to do would be the same thing that a 15-year-old would like to do now. So I think it's important to have their voice and to hear from them and let them be the ones that tell us what they would like to do. And I think when you give people those types of opportunities, then there's really no way to lose, because they're excited about it and they want to have a part of something that they had help in creating.
So if I'm a mother, and as you know, I've been a very active mom with activities and sports and traveling and just anything that I could think about, as a single mom to keep them busy. And I'm looking online to try to find this council that they can give us more guidance on how to get my kids there, how they can reach the organization.
Sure. So I think the best way would be to reach out to the City of St. Mary's, and I would start by reaching out to the city clerk's office, and then she could put them in touch with the person that could help them with setting up their application for the youth council.
Awesome. So that's awesome. And then if you can provide us with the link, we can put it on
Absolutely.
Below, and we can probably generate even more progress with the project.
I'd be happy to. Thank you.
Awesome. So you work with the City of St. Mary's as a youth council, shows a strong commitment to the younger generation. How do you see that impacting the city?
Well, I mean, the young people today are going to be the ones that are sitting up on the dais like I am in the future. A lot of things that I do today, I may not even be able to enjoy, right? And I think there's a saying that says, we're planting trees that we may not ever be able to enjoy the shade of. But I think it's important, it's important not just for our children today, but for future children, for my grandchildren, to be able to know that we are thinking of their future whenever we're making decisions today. So if that answers the question, I think it's really important to be able to set the groundwork and lay the foundation so that they can be successful.
That's a beautiful way to put it. So that is definitely a groundwork for our better future for the community and the growth.
Yes.
I really want to thank you for being here today. I wish you best of luck of the next election. And if you want to share the dates, please, when is the early voting, so we can be there to help you.
Absolutely. So early voting starts on Monday, November 25th, the 26th and the 27th, and you can vote at the Welcome Center in downtown St. Mary's. You can also vote at the Annex in Kingsland. And then the actual election is on December 3rd. I would just encourage everybody to have a plan. If you need to, you can look me up at Lisa James for St. Mary's.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I had the pleasure to work with you in 2004. You were a great leader then. You'll be a great leader now.
Thank you.
I really want to thank you for coming here. I know you have a tight schedule. If you'd like to share with us 3 things that our community can use or help us to go to that next level to see our town grow where other surroundings have grown years past.
Sure. Wow, that's a lot. Well, I think the first thing in any community that's important is for them to share their voice. I think to share what they would like to see happen and to become, so that would be the first thing. So if you have an idea, if you have something that you've maybe seen in another city and you want to know if that's something that we can do, share that with our city council. We have an input portal at the City of St. Mary's webpage, and I think that would be the first place to start. I think secondly, the second thing to do would be get involved. I mean, we have boards and authorities. They're volunteer boards and authorities, but I think getting involved with one of those boards or authorities, an application, you may not get on the first time, but perhaps keep trying until we're able to get you onto one of those boards or authorities. And you don't even have to be on the board to volunteer. Find volunteer opportunities. Just get engaged in the community. I think we need more people that are involved and engaged.
Hands-on.
And then I think the third thing would be to look out for someone that you see in your community that may not have the ability to help out. Ask questions of your neighbors. I do strongly believe in do unto others as you would like them to do unto you. And so that starts at home, and it starts with our neighbors. So I believe love thy neighbor and help our neighbors. I think we could all use a little bit more sunshine today. And so what better place to start with yourself? So.
Absolutely. What a beautiful advice. I say, I deal with a lot of clients, especially ones looking for whether it's buying a home or for themselves to live in it, or making it as an investment, which, as we know, the wealth starts from homeownership, right? Yes. And some of these customers, they are self-employed and they have their own businesses. And one of the challenges that they encounter is that they don't have guidance from the city. They're not programs to help them with starting a new business, whether it's a man or a woman. They found it easier to step out and going to Jacksonville, Florida, or Brunswick as a bigger city. So as a woman involved in our community, what will a new business owner that knows nothing about being self-employed or doing a startup or looking for a grant, what will be few sites or people that they need to talk to, or classes that the city is offering currently?
Well, I couldn't speak to any currently offered classes, but what I say is, as far as a resource, that would be our Main Street office. Our Main Street office is set up and designed to help walk a business owner through the process of starting their business from beginning to where they turn the key when they move into their office and beyond. So we have, like I said, strategic partnerships with the Lucas Center for Entrepreneurship. There's a small business development center. There's a small business administration. And so starting off at our St. Mary's Main Street office, our director there can help to put each business owner in touch with the organization or the person or persons that they need specifically to help their business.
Awesome. They currently any grants or anything that they can count on, or that's something that they can provide them once they go to these?
Well, I think each business owner and each person is individual, so everybody has their own specific situation. So I don't know that we can guarantee anything for any business owner, but what I can say is that they'll do the best they can to connect them with the right resource.
That's awesome, because I did not know that myself. So thank you so much for sharing. Is there anything that you would like to share that comes from your heart to your community?
I think the biggest thing for any community is just really to stay connected. I was thinking about this process for me. It's been over several months that my campaign and from the time that I announced until today, really. One of the things that has been a constant theme for me is constantly building bridges, and and not physically building a bridge, but bridges between people, bridges with organizations. I have partnered with, I have met, I have spoken to people that, as much as I think that I have a good handle on building relationships, I've met people that I had no idea that I had so much in common with. But it all started with reaching out. And, it starts with maybe that first phone call or that first email, or I guess in today's age, that first text message. Invite someone in, ask questions. I think unless we ask questions, we don't really have real answers. We just have assumptions. So I think that we're a community that still has a lot of bridges that we can build. And I think that my campaign, I hope, has been an example for different people in St. Mary's, no matter which part of St. Mary's you live in, no matter where you work, no matter where you've gone to school, whether you've lived here for 10 minutes, 10 years, or 50 years. If you're here in St. Mary's and this is where your address is, this is your home, then you're a St. Marian's. And I think that the message that I have is St. Mary's is one St. Mary's. And I think that we all have an opportunity to be able to get to know each other, get to know our neighbors. This is a community that, unlike others, we're a small community. We're somewhat isolated. We're as far away from Atlanta as you can get. But the things that we have that we value here, home, family, school, whenever there's some type of disaster like the hurricanes, we pull together, I think, in ways that other communities can't, just by nature of the proximity that we have to each other. So I would just say, take advantage of the fact that we are close-knit and reach out to somebody that you may not know. It could be a next-door neighbor. It could be somebody that you've passed in the store multiple times. And sometimes it's just a smile. I mean, I know for me, when I'm having a bad day, just seeing somebody smile, and I'm smiling after they smile at me, and get in my car and and I'm smiling by myself. It doesn't cost anything. Yeah.
So it's a lot faster to grow together, and you grow as a union than growing individually and turn each other down. Absolutely.
Absolutely. I think we all want the same thing here. We all want for our families to be safe. We want to be able to put food on the table. Yep. We want to be able to lay our heads on a pillow at night feeling good about, our town where we live in and the people and our family that's around us. So
I can't wait to share this conversation with our community that's waiting to hear from you. If anybody has any specific questions, whether it's about your financial services or whether about your current position in the city, how they can reach out to you?
Well, I'm on Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn. I mean, you Google me, Lisa A. James, City of St. Mary's, and I think my financial services webpage will come up. My campaign page will come up. You can always call me. You can reach out to me through the City of St. Mary's, and I'm always open for sitting down and getting to know people.
When you focus on relationships, everything else comes along.
Absolutely.
When you focus on the wrong things as money or personal interest, then you miss in relationships. And it might be a short gain, but at long term, you haven't really built anything. As you and I have met as you interviewed me when I was looking for a job back in 2004, and English then was not one of my language I spoke. I spoke 4, and English was not one of them. So look at us here today, 20 years later. So the relationship overall is what the main focus should be. So thank you so much.
Thanks for tuning in. If you like the chat, share it with anyone who might find value in it, whether they're looking for a little life advice or they're going through the home buying process. If you or anyone you know are looking to buy a home, I'd love to guide you through the journey. See you next